See, the incense burner is the best I could do, Sagittarius, because tiki torches out of fluid. Happy birthday to Sagittarius. Blessed season for Sagittarius season. Is blessed, very blessed. I feel a lot of great energy, a lot of loving energy. So I felt like I needed to honor you with this intuitive reading for 2024 in your season right now, going into 2025 and back around. So I have some messages for you. So my name is Biani. I am the intuitive reader for this channel, Archangel Revelations. Everything has meaning, everything has nuance, everything has meaning. Okay, let's keep it at that. But I like to share those messages with you. And I'm going to start with this part, the intuitive reading. I've been channeling your energy, Sagittarius, and I must say, I am exhausted. I am exhausted for this whole year. I feel like you're going to be running yourself pretty, but you're going to appear like you don't. It's going to be one of those things. But Sagittarius, yes, for 2024 going into 2025, it's going to be an exhausting year for you, unfortunately, I feel. Not all the time, but you got to pace yourself. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to, let me move here. I could do better, right? I could do better, guys. Is I would like to give a shout out to Sandy. Woot to Sandy she's a channel on YouTube with Archangel Guidance. Her channel is. And Sandy, I was honoring you and noticing in your Prepare to Be Amazed reading for Sagittarius that a magical intuitive tarot reading for December 2024. I was watching her reading and she gave some good input and I'd like to share. So she says that you will be victorious. You'll be in the limelight this year, Sagittarius. You'll be idolized or ogled over and sought after. So those are great. You might even have a platform that might be very fruitful. And you have this Hierophant energy going about you. Like, you might be asking the question, how you got through difficult situations. But you are having a house of abundance moment. And how you acquired it and helped yourself, that's that Hierophant energy. How you acquired it and helped yourself. And so I feel that's going through you throughout this year, this Hierophant energy. But you'll be victorious. You're victorious in this moment, this year. So then, I don't know, this may apply to some people who resonate with this message, that they're preparing for Jesus. Okay? Not a message for everybody. For some people, they're getting answered prayers here. And you're questioning, do you have faith, Sagittarius? You're questioning your faith this year. Are you keeping faith alive this year? Ask yourself, are you keeping faith alive, Sagittarius? Are you? How are you doing that? By living the full, living for today. You're embarking upon a new journey, a beginning. A blessing of justice is upon your journey. You're finding a blessing. And so, that's great news. Kudos to you, Sagittarius. There's that kind of energy. Sandy says that you will find successful self-employment this year. A microphone may be symbolic. if somebody uses a microphone in their profession, you may be successful with this. And so there is something of an emotional nature that is inevitable or meant to be happening to you in 2024 and 2025. So you're going through a very emotional moment this year. And it is meant to happen. It is your destiny. Will be a pivotal moment emotionally for you, Sagittarius. Now, you will be very good at being someone with integrity this year that can be trusted. And now is the right time. Now is the time. This is going to be the greatest time of your life. Sandy says you'll have an unexpected love this year. This will be the greatest time of your life. Great news. Great. And I had to share. Sandy, I had to share. Because that's great news. And there may be a commitment for you, Sagittarius, where our love is different. Our love is kind of different, but there's a commitment. All right. Now, I wanted to mention this before I forget, because this just happened right before I turned this video on or shared with you. And I think it's significant because I'm steeped in your energy right now, Sagittarius. I've been channeling your energy for quite some time. Well, I want to tell you what happened. It's kind of funny. As I was eating my meal before I'm about to start this video, I swallowed my crown, my tooth, my fake tooth that the dentist made, I swallowed it. Now, the reason why I know this is like, what does this have to do with me? I know what it has to do with, why it has to do with you, Sagittarius, because what I did is every time that tooth popped out, I popped it back in. Okay? I kept going. Like, I just put it back in and I kept going. I didn't stop to make an appointment with the dentist. Actually, to be honest with you, I knew I have an appointment coming up, so I was hoping I'd make it to that date so they could just fix it and I could tell them then. Okay. Why is this significant with you? Okay, because you are that driving force for a lot of people, especially you cut yourself thin to bend over backwards for a lot of people. Let's just be real, okay, Sagittarius. So sometimes you put your shit to the side, even though it's oh crap, you're like, pop, I'll just keep going, So then again, it happened again, and I was like, popped it back in. And I'm like, please just make it. Now, what happens? If you keep running yourself ragged, what happens? You swallow the damn thing. Okay? That's the example I'm trying to say. Is you keep putting it out of sight, out of mind. Eventually, it's okay, now you got a hole in your mouth. And you're just chewing on the left side of your mouth for the rest of the time being. Because you didn't handle your shit when you knew it needed to be handled. So this message is significant, I don't know, for some people. Because luckily for me, I have insurance. I could just call my dentist and they can make another crown and put it back in and my insurance covers it. But not everyone has that luxury. You may not have that luxury, Sagittarius. You may be like, oh, I can't afford to go to the dentist right now, Or I don't have the time to do that right now, So I just want to give you that as an example, because if you're a God-fearing man or woman, when push comes to shove, God will teach you a lesson. If you put yourself your feelings or your needs to the side and keep pushing yourself on a flat tire or something like that. You know, an example. That's just an example. So that might happen to you this year. I had to bring that up. You do. You make a lot of sacrifices for people, Sag, and sometimes they go overlooked, and that kind of bothers you too. I feel at times because you could just go on and like whatever, but then after a while it bubbles up to the surface later. You're like a bubbling volcano. You're like that incense burner, like just steeping there, the smoke coming out, poof, poof. But eventually it's like burning and on fire, you know. So I see that vision, that analogy. I also want to give a shout out to Halo Moon Tarot with What You Want, Sagittarius, and what they want. So you might be interested in somebody. Okay, you want to know what they want? What do you want? You want to build. You're working this year. And they want commitment to take care of themselves and knows their worth and wants to know if the feelings that they have for you are mutual. So that's what's going on. That's the vibe she's getting with her reading. So if you resonate with that, some of her messages are like clear that hold on. That you're building a foundation with this person, with this relationship. But at the same time, you're married to the job. So if you resonate with this, there is a celebration at the end, Sagittarius, in the house, in a family, and everything but love. If you stay in this, resonating with this, in this relationship here, is what I see. And so there's that. Then there's the rare gazelle. So I want to give a shout out to the Remy, the rare gazelle. I love you, Miss Reams. Remy. And her, this is not your upheaval, it's theirs. You're soaring and hearing all the pleasures incoming. So, she's feeling you are going through a self-reflection this year. Sagittarius, something is getting very real this year, okay, for you. But you are showing resilience, and pleasure is grabbing your attention and helping you cut through the bullshit and the noise. Okay? Miss Mimi is really like blunt. Really blunt. But is this still her message? Yes. So you're learning that the dam breaks, and that's what you're hearing. So in her reading, she's talking about how you're hearing a dam breaking, how you realize that we are just going to continue to flow, literally hearing everything right now. You're hearing the joyful music, the flow of creativity, and you're going to be inspired because you're like in this cosmic womb phase of your life. That's really a alluring message, Miss Remy. But now you are getting very clear on a direction, Sagittarius, which is great. So you feel completely aligned emotionally to where you are going. So now it's like your emotions are aligning to your destination, to your direction, to your focus. So that's great this year. That's happening for you. So thank you, Miss Renee, for the messages. Some of you that we're talking to here may be famous, someone here that's listening, and that person's releasing a project or an invention that's going to get a lot of recognition. So, anyone who released that message, there is exploration business on the horizon. There will be an investor, possibly a Cancer. In 1 to 3 months, you may sign a contract. And for some of you Sagittarius, there is fertility. Excuse me, I need to take a sip of my drink. Maybe that has something to do with the water breaking, the dam, too, if you're having a baby. But there is fertility, a strong relationship here, free-flowing love that's rare, and there is potential. There is a soul-restoring energy here. A mature love, a wish is granted, something that's God sent. A blessing, serendipitous, in sync, a good partnership for you, a best friend, work stronger together, you notice. There's this for you, this is for the good that's happening within your relationship, possibly a love, sacred relationship. I'm going to turn on the light here because the lighting is... What? Oh my goodness. Did my light bulb not? Huh. That's interesting. It's not working. No, it's not working. Oh no, we're having technical difficulties. Well, looks like there's no light gonna be. There might be something significant to the lighting not working, like lighting things not working, energy going out. There is maybe technical grid down issues. So here's a message for Sacred Knowledge Tarot. Yeah, going to 2025, you might want to get a generator, Sag. You need to know this before it's too late, okay? For Sagittarius signs. So Sacred Knowledge Tarot, shout out to her. Her message is this. You are expanding and growing in love this year. That is big time for you. You're expanding and growing in love, Sagittarius. And you are recommitting yourself to your soul's journey, a fight to win, to get ahead. I want you to release it. Okay? Just release that energy. What kind of people are you giving your energy to? Think about that and release it. Don't allow it. Take back your energy. If they don't deserve your energy. Sag. So, follow your joy and excitement this year, my friend. Do not give anybody's judgments of you any weight this year, okay? Stay in the energy of love always, and you shall be great. So, I also would like to give a shout out to Halo Moon Tarot and her for singles, for Sagittarius singles, okay? This is a message for you singles, okay? Can there be forgiveness if the connection is right? So maybe you're single and somebody's coming back in, okay? That kind of energy. Okay, so think momentum, humbled, stable, grounded. Pride may have gotten in the way. Ego, a passionate new beginning, holding a torch, putting in effort. So the energy of someone like this that has shown momentum, that's humbled and stable and grounded, okay? But has an ego on an ego trip problem, probably. But they're passionate. They show like promise, right? And they're holding a torch for you. And they have put in the effort. They have been. Okay. One, if there's someone who's single who feels there's an energy like that, there's two people who work a lot, determined to excel and succeed. All right? So it's you and this other person if you resonate. There's an energy of choosing the one, Sagittarius, something worth fighting for, planting the seeds and building upon it. So there's that kind of energy. Okay, if you're single and you're interested in someone, that's what you are resonating with here. I want to give a shout out to the quietest revolution, Amber Khan, and her Sagittarius Sun and Rising mid-October 2024, the Venus Cliff. And I hope she's feeling better. Giving healing love to Missy, my soul sister, Amber Khan. Giving healing energy. There you go, girl. You see that? You see that flame in my palm of my hand? Woo-wee. That's it, girl. Healing energy to you, sis. So, anyhow, in her reading, she says Venus will move into your sign on November 2024 on the 17th and onwards. So this is great movement for love for you going forward. All right, because Venus has moved into your sign back in November there in 2024. So, fortunately, Miss Khan did not give very positive messages. But she did say that an unresolved situation that you have ignored has baffled you by the turn of events. Like you are baffled by the turn of events of something you had ignored, recently in November. Okay. You know when someone is stringing you along and letting someone lead you on. So you win. You know what's going on. You have a moment of clarity where you see someone for who they truly are. They have no intention of holding to their end of the bargain. Okay. You see this now. So by late November, you're going to question, how the fuck have I not noticed these things? Okay? Coming out of a Pluto square. Think about that. There's a visceral realization going on. And that's what Amber Khan says. But your charm is on 1,000,000. Oh, yeah. She said that too. And she actually did this really cool reading about Tenjiro, the demon slayer, which I thought was really appropriate for your character as well. Good job, Amber. So this character, Tenjiro, may be significant to you, Sagittarius, or this like character's traits. So there's this like, it illustrates how you harness an energy that doesn't give up. And that does resonate. You have done the right thing. You've done the thing, okay? And you're wondering, where's my reward? So those seeds don't sprout and bloom until they are needed. So kindness that is planted in secrecy is given to something almost supernatural. So it's noticed by the most high source. So have trust and faith, Sagittarius. It's rewarded in thy kingdom. It's rewarded in God's kingdom. And so embody that. Embody that kindness. The embodiment of kindness when you need somebody most and they are there. Embody that because that's who you are. It's not who everyone else is. Remember, not everyone has your heart, Sag. But embody that moment where you've realized that You can be who you want to be. You're kind when somebody really needs it most. And sometimes you feel slighted because when you need it most, people aren't so kind to you. And that's a hard pill to swallow. So just think, you are such a rock for so many people. You are never alone in the spirit realm. And if you are feeling sad or disconnected, please, like, call a helpline, because I do feel like a deep depression. There's a lot of emotions that you're dealing with. There's a lot of demons that you're trying to slay right now. You are in that dark night of the soul feeling, but we need you because you're the only one that doesn't give up and quit. And don't cut your soul cord before the battle, yo. Don't cut that soul tie cord before the battle. You are so significant in the spiritual realm. So, Sagittarius, something is going to come out concerning the disclosure of the Epstein trial evidence that will compel a movement to protect children. I prophesy. And you are going to be exhausted this year. But no, you are going through an upgrade, Sag. An upgrade. And God wouldn't give you anything that you couldn't handle, Sagittarius. God knows you can do this. God believes in you. God has faith in you. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in God that God knows you can do this. You can do big boy and big girl things. This is, everything has just been a test, but now we are headed towards the battle. So you have to know that you are ready, that you are prepped. You feel that. You feel that energy brewing within. All right. And I wish my lights worked. Oh, I'm videotaping something, Mom. And I cannot seem to get this light to work. Did the fuse break again? Let me, hold on. I'm having technical problems. Okay, there it goes. Haha, I fixed it. I got it. Hey, yes, I'm recording. All right, Sag. So I got it fixed. I got the lighting fixed. Hey, now you get to see my little lights here in my face. All right, so that might be significant. Check the failsafe. Sagittarius, check, like, if an outlet switch, like the little button, in the middle, that's what I did. It popped the fuse in the switch, so I just pressed the button. Check the failsafe is the message to your solution to the power outage thing. Like having a surge protector or something like that might be beneficial. All right, so now I want to get on to the messages about, let me turn it over this way. Okay, so the messages about 2025 that might be a little intriguing, helpful, beneficial. At the beginning of my pages here. And things are really dry and burning really quickly. You'll notice in your season. But there's vitality still. Increased health. An endless fuel. A constant. And the number 616 may be significant concerning a soulmate number. A love partnership where the focus goes, energy flows kind of movement. So there's vitality going into next year for you. So it's not all just exhaustion. There's moments of vitality and pleasure and stuff like that. But you might be uprooting your family or self this year and repositioning somewhere else. So I feel like move energies here from the past, moving energies from the past and recreating a new energy with it, such as like maybe a new job or, some kind of abundance, just a change. You're changing pace there. And keep in mind that you may be trying really hard to keep up with appearances, and when deep down you're not doing well. There's a lot of distractions that are distracting you from your focus. But somebody is going to take you on a very important date this year for some of you. Making something official. 18 weeks, I see an agreement. Some 18 weeks from now, some sort of an agreement. The number 18 is significant. When you are surrounded by birds and deer and squirrels, okay, you are very connected to spirit in that moment. This is a message for some people. This may be your Zen place where there's birds and squirrels and deer. So keep that in mind. There is an external source trying to come in to give you a message through a bird, like a bird through a window type of feel. Bird is significant, coming through a window. It's like an external source message through spirit. Might happen this year. Be mindful that there's someone in heaven trying to reach out to you. And they send you messages through birds. So, it's a beautiful insight for someone who has this higher angel ancestor. It's amazing. It's like a very spiritual feeling, not in a scary way, but in a like a protective way. I want to say, like in a guiding way. A very strong ancestor. So, anyways, there's forgiveness here. That is a powerful energy to work with this year. There's some sort of forgiveness. Maybe it could be with this ancestor. But you're naturally a giver, Sagittarius. But I want you to direct it to the right people this year, okay? If you can. Choose love. Love always wins. Okay, so just choose love is my advice. But your truth is very powerful, Sagittarius. Remember that. We are told so many lies to conform, to appease others, but offend your own soul. Why? It comes back to self. So be real, okay? Face yourself. Free yourself from limitations. Just be real. Because your truth is powerful. You have that it effect when it comes to your truth. You have that it factor. It comes out, it resonates, it hits a chord. So, I see a message here. There's a love of house, of home, of having a strong foundation, of balance. And it's structured, has their own way of doing things. It's structured and it's good. It works. So there is that. And someone's trying to figure out if somebody feels the same. There's that message. Again, maybe chasing each other for the wrong reasons. There's that feeling. that resonates for some. But you're reaching out and telling someone how you feel. And if the feelings are mutual, there's that energy. Reaching out and asking the other if the feelings are actually mutual and deserved. Sorry to say, I got some trash talking at the end of this readings. If you hold on, these are the good messages. I'm trying to get to the good stuff, but there is that unresolved situation here in concept. There's a person's sense of, there's a person, and they have a sense of adventure. You might hear the motorcycle in the background. That could be significant. Sense of adventure, riding motorcycles is really appealing to you. This kind of energy, this like driving force energy. So there's that person this year, and you can easily attract anybody. Sagittarius, remember that. But limit yourself and be selective. It's my advice to you. Because you can attract anybody. Okay, are you going to sleep with everyone? Just because you could attract them? No. Be selective. Because you are just super kind, and people like to take advantage of that sometimes. But you might sense that there is... your energy. You are a jolt of electricity that is willing to fight the good fight this year. There's that energy flying out there. And your energy to fight the good fight is this bolt of electricity, this jolt that like wakes people up. Sense that. But you are such a rock, and we need you, Sagittarius. All right, now on to the advice. You ready for it? Sagittarius? What's the advice here? Spirit, Father God One, Almighty, who art in heaven, blessed be Sagittarius this year. What do you need them to know? Show me, tell me, help me. So, oh, did I forget this? Okay, something is going to ask you to take a leap of faith, having you feel a little unbalanced, perhaps, this year. Okay? It's this high priestess energy, possibly your higher self, or lifeline GPS, intuitive system, that is going to be on point this year. I want to tell you, your intuitive GPS system is on point this year. It's going to be so on point that it's going to be a little nerve-wracking, a little uneasy, catch you off guard. Okay, that type of thing. But it's good. It's good. It's a good thing, because these understandings that you have are gifts, Sagittarius, and using them this year. For instance, by putting the focus on you and your abundance, you gain more abundance. Okay? Like your gift of manifestation, and how your intentions have power, and what you speak you can manifest. But remember, Sagittarius, the right soulmates come in at just the right time this year. The right soulmates are going to start boom, 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 like connect the dots, the right ones. You might notice like some people are falling through the cracks and they're kind of like moving out of your sphere. There's reason for that. Their rejection of you is God's protection for you. Remember that, Sagittarius. So there's reason for that, but there are other soulmates coming in, our soul tribe. And there is something here, like a Mother Mary is calling for your inner child to come out. It's like, so if you resonate with Mother Mary, there is a spirit of Mother Mary that is calling you, maybe in your dreams or like messages through whatever. Maybe you pray to Blessed Mary, full of grace. God is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. And it is now coming full circle with a child or your inner child. And you embracing that inner child with another child, and it's coming out this year, okay? So there's that energy I see. And no longer will there be discontentment or boredom in your life because of this. And for some of you, you will be manifesting what true love feels like this year. And you're ready, Sagittarius. And you're understanding you are not alone. And trust in that. That is your faith, Sag. That you're not alone. Even though it may look that way. You're never alone, okay? I see marriage in the near future for some of you. Congratulations. Kudos. Magnifico. Love, true love and commitment. You want to build, right? You're working. You may want to be free and successful. Some of you. So not everybody wants to get married. Some people just want to be free, right? And successful. They love and harmony, bond, connection. You just want to be free and successful. And they want love and harmony, bond, and connection. For some of you. There's this energy of preparing. Perfecting their craft. Or you're perfecting your craft. There's this energy of that. Temperance. Holding back is bringing you two together, actually. So, like, holding back and waiting for the other. But after a break, perhaps the two of you have a break, the two people are going to see themselves in a different light. Okay? This is the energy that I see. Two people preparing. Now, what's bringing you two together? Financial stability, habits, schedules, talking, right? It's intense. It's overwhelming a little. I feel like you're having trouble breathing, even Sagittarius, because I'm having trouble breathing as I'm channeling this message. I need something to drink. Hydrate, my friend. Hydrate when you feel that way. Please excuse my son in the background. He's a gamer and all blah, 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 and they can't even hear themselves. But we can hear them. And I apologize for that. Anyways. So, you might see me put my tongue where that hole is in my tooth right now, because it's just a habit now. See? One of those habits, right? that we tried to fill later. And we're like, now I gotta just stick my tongue in the hole. Anyway, I see this energy of New Year's Eve, like a ball. Perhaps there's an anticipation of a release, like that water is being expelled, like the water breaking, like relief, like, oh. It's a good thing, I think, because you're anticipating it in New Year's, around the New Year. Around New Year's Eve, my friend. So you're preparing your craft, Sagittarius. There's this energy of working so hard at it, too. Like communicating and sharing it with others, and it's causing insecurities, perhaps in another. You, like, being excited about something might be causing insecurities in someone else. Keep that in mind. But all the love that you have poured into this person, right, was meant for you. And you are soaring away from an upheaval. Because I think you stopped pouring that love into this person. Perhaps. Because you need it now. So there's this constant self-reflection happening. I want you to stop scrutinizing your wins and just try to receive them, okay? Just receive them. This is another loud distraction that is grabbing your focus, okay? From God, who is helping pull you up. Just rise up and soar above it, Sagittarius, like the phoenix. This is the phoenix energy. Your constant self-reflection is, and you're scrutinizing things that happen to you that are good, is dampening your light. And so try to stop that and just give it to God, because it's becoming a loud distraction from you connecting with God, you see. And so he's trying to help you. He's like, come on, just give it to me, Sag. Just give it to me. You know, like, stop, reflect, like, I'll show you how great you are. Okay? Don't doubt yourself. That phoenix rising energy. When you submit to God, great things, miraculous things occur. And so that energy is always your jam. Sagittarius, has always been yours. You are that phoenix rising energy. Always been, always will be. Yep. So the advice here is thinking about building a house. Probably you're going to go through a deforestation, through land, assessing the aid and help coming in, duty to self, finding spiritual allies and personal growth, and an opportunity here, thinking about building a house. And this is good advice because it helps you build a community. It helps you set a goal and steer towards that goal. And that's where your focus is. And building a house, building a foundation. And it establishes personal growth, and it establishes spiritual allies. And that's big, because this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Do it. Do it. The distractions that other people are creating is a risk. Do not take the bait, Sagittarius. Okay? It's my advice to you. Do not take the bait. There's too much at risk for you now. There's too much at stake. Your own creative flow cannot be displaced with these distractions. There is a risk of the stakes that are very worthwhile to you. And this is just one of the many noises and tests that you're going to be undergoing this year with divine discernment. Knowing who to trust, knowing who to give your energy to, knowing when not to, knowing when to keep your energy and stay in your power. And so you're going to be undergoing that test of divine discernment this year. Sagittarius, foster an optimistic output is the advice here from Sacred Knowledge Tarot. Saying affirmations like, things are always working out for me, instead of, another distraction, another rejection. No, things are always working out for me. Remember that a tough time you went through and something good came out of it. Remember that time? Remember it. Just because you're going through a lapse doesn't mean something good ain't gonna stare from it. Say this affirmation: they are always working. Things are always working out for me. Keep saying it, even if it's not true, until it becomes true. In fostering this optimistic outlook. So by focusing your future goals on what you wish to experience in life and reconnecting with yourself by coming to terms with your inner clarity and healing, you will gain this abundance. You will gain this strength. Release from now on out having a limited mindset, basically, is the best advice I can give you this year. Because visualize yourself having enough and you will have enough. Okay? Your mindset is important. What you think, you manifest, you can make happen. And are you making decisions during emotional times in your life? Because remember, you might at that moment have irrational thoughts due to the disturbances. So be mindful and aware of that. That you're not making important decisions and having irrational thoughts. Okay? Because that, being around those people of drama-driven people, they're not uplifting. And so that could kind of ooze onto you, being around negative people all the time that are not uplifting. So be mindful of who you spend your time with, who you're giving your energy to. And there's somebody in your life that has a distorted view of reality, perhaps, and it's rubbing off on you. So don't interact with it, perhaps. So there's that message. Be mindful of that. The releasing of having a limited mindset, because this person, maybe they're a family member, or maybe they're a friend, or maybe they're your spouse, So be open to support in the way it shows up, okay? Do not deter support if it doesn't show up in the way that you expected it. Don't deter it. Be open to receive. Just because you're the one always giving, sometimes you forget how to receive, Sagittarius. Just be open to it, even though it's not up to your standards, or something that you would wear, or maybe it's not even, you don't even like the taste of it, but someone in your crew, in your tribe will, so just take it with grace. Just be graceful. Be humble about it. Is my advice to you. Be open to support, because if you down it, they won't support you anymore. You gotta see, you're not used to taking handouts. You're used to giving. I get it. sometimes you gotta humble yourself and like turn the other cheek and just be like, oh, it's my turn now, okay? All right, thank you. Thank you. All right. Be brave with this situationship. It's more lust than love for some of you. Cutting yourself off from other people because of this relationship, you might see lust, love. There's a fine line between lust and love. And you may be misinterpreting an energy that just wants to connect, and they really don't have any love intentions at all. Okay? So that's a message for someone in particular that's watching. It's important not to play with Sagittarius this year, especially with Sagittarius's feelings, because they're in an emotional, vulnerable state at this time. In a sense, they are going through emotional growth. But if you made the mistake, I'm sorry, of offending them, I'm sorry, because their sensitivities have become heightened this year. And it would actually be the kindest thing a Sag can do by leaving you alone, because they cannot relate with shallow people this year who don't understand what freedom means. And if they were to stay and stick it to you, they will. So they're being kind by leaving you alone. All right. So keep that in mind. Don't mess with the Sagittarius's emotions, or you will be sadly mistaken. Because there's two ways you can respond to this heavy realization. See, Sagittarius, obviously, your feelings are going to get hurt this year at some point. There's two ways you can respond to it. You get a heavy realization, okay? And it kind of like turns your world upside down moment. Like, aha, like, oh my God, no way. You can lean in and be there for that person. Like, be that, what they wanted you to be there, wanted you to be. You could be what they want you to be. Or you can get angry and resentful and feel betrayed. And you can choose to put those feelings where they belong, which is usually your MO, to be honest. Like when you get into that don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, stop giving this person a pass, lied into a situation. Like you feel like you got lied into the situation. So, or you can do number 3. There's actually a third way you can respond. And you can continue to pretend that everything is fine. And finance and romance and friendship with this partnership. All right? So you have a decision to make this year concerning probably a love relationship. But Sagittarius, now it's time to tell you the not so good, the crap that you need to hear. You might not want to hear. A lot of people like to shut the camera off by this point, but you might want to know this stuff. It's not going to be good, but you might want to know it. So you're going to be feeling the drain, like scraping the bottom of the barrel kind of feeling, mentally and physically, with your health, like your mental health and your physical health. Like you're feeling the wounds from the past, wanting attention. And things you have endured are starting to accumulate. They bubble to the surface like magma chamber. We might even be seeing a lot of volcanic eruptions this year due to your energy alone. Because your energy is very powerful. You have no idea. That's why I always feel like around Sagittarius season we start seeing more volcanic uptick. Because of your energy. Honestly. Which is crazy, but it's true. Watch. I mean, and stereotypically, like, I mean, if you really focus on that kind of stuff, watch. Sorry for the interruption. Someone was trying to call me and my phone went off the weird angle. Anywho, alright, so get smart, Sagittarius. Don't let people pollute you with their toxic thinking. Bewildering epiphany moments you're going to be having. Just remember that you are not them, and you don't need them, and they are not you. Just remember, get smart. All right? Someone's going to give you an unmistakable look that someone doesn't realize they give when they are not sincere. So you're going to be like asking somebody a serious question, and like you know this person very, very well, and they give a look and they act like they're sincere, but you know deep down in fact that they are not, because you know their tics. You know what they do when they're not sincere, when they lie or when they cheat or something like that. So there's that kind of energy. So there's this person that would never lie to me. Like, you thinking to yourself, there's this person, right? They would never lie to me. They would never lie to me or use me. Never. And it's shocking because they do. They do. And we're going through this Mercury retrograde moment where you are on, like, your bullshit radar is high. Like, you could see through people because you have like this sense, but let it go. If you stay still, remember, you die, Sagittarius. So keep moving forward until you find your moment. Until you find your moment, okay? Keep moving forward. Even though deep down in, gut instinct where this person stands. Keep moving forward because there's a lot at stake. Okay? And that is my advice to you. And somehow this person has gaslit you to thinking something different at somebody else's advantage. And you figure it out. They've been gaslighting me. So that person get that what? Huh? Oh, for real? Oh, for Rizzo. You got it. You got it. You got it. They did it. They did. You figured it out. Now, Sagittarius, make sure you have an escape route. Okay? Make sure you have a firm foundation and escape plan and route. Think it through. You have a lot at stake. You have a lot at stake. All right? Oh my goodness. Crazy message for someone in the Sagittarius room. But you have been cynical and it got you duped. Sorry to say, Sagittarius. Cynical has gotten you duped. I know. You probably didn't want to hear it, but you need to know. You're going to get duped, dude. Or miss. Honey child. Understanding your physical limits. because this is important. You're going to be feeling fatigue, brain fog, sadness, depression, because of this trine that we're going through with Venus, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. The energy is bottoming you out, Sagittarius, okay? It's bottoming you out so quickly, and I know because I've been feeling it. I've been in my bed, I've been sleeping till like, I feel like slept so much and so long, but I needed it, and you're going to need it too. Sleep is very crucial during this time. Knowing your limitations is very crucial during this year. Teaching you emotional limitations and teaching you where do the boundaries and the lines exist for me. Okay? With physical and emotional, you feel like you're buckling because you're capable of understanding emotionally without taking it personally, right? But how much energy do you really have to give to this? It's not even serving you any justice. And so that's serious questioning, my friend. I don't know. Only you know that. So pronounced, this vibe, this energy that you're going to be feeling this year is going to be so pronounced. It's going to be blatant in your face, and you may feel like a victim, that you're suffering. And just remember, we learn and grow stronger from what we experience. And what you learn, this is the origin story, right? What did you learn? This is going to be a hard but productive year that will become invaluable to your soul's growth over time. It's going to be an invaluable year for you, Sagittarius. This is serious. This is like on another level, okay? Just know that. You're understanding your limitations, what you can withstand emotionally, what you could withstand physically. You're being tested. And it's going to give you character and integrity. This experience is going to be invaluable to who you are as an individual over time. Okay? Going through this experience. Going through the growth. We go through the grow through. That's what we call it. The grow through period. You might even feel like the world is against you at this point. Because like nothing seems to work in your favor at some point. You can feel like the world is against you because your dreams, they require you long-term commitments, and you're like, it's just not possible. You can't see it coming to fruition because of the long-term commitments and the short-term obstacles that are within your face. But remember, you just got to take action, Sagittarius. You just got to do it. Take action. It can feel like, just take action. It can feel like it's closing in on you, like everything in the world's closing in on you. But if you just push through it, take action, you'll be okay. So, most of the people that you know use you because you are very useful, Sagittarius. And when you realize that you were pretending, or that they were pretending, it upsets you largely that your worldview is now of betrayal. Because these people that you thought loved you were using you. Okay. So a test has failed, and now you just don't care. Okay? The test failed. You become very dry and hella, believe it or not, when you get like this, when you get into this, like, I don't give a fuck, you become hella attractive, Sagittarius. So you're going to be turning heads. Yes, you're going to be turning heads this year. When you finally, like, put in the towel and say, I don't give a fuck. Everyone can go kick rocks or whatnot. So there's that moment you might have. You blaze a trail like you do. We know how you do it. Only Sagittarius can do, right? So, you are so disgusted and done with these people that you want to literally puke. You want to vomit. For you to be geeked out by other people like that, it takes a lot, Sagittarius. So when I tell you that it's heartbreaking that you feel this way, I'm sorry. But be brave. Be brave with this situation. Remember, you got this. You might be feeling lonely and unsupported this year because you realize that you're usually there for them, okay? When they needed you, you were there for them. When they went through this situation, you were there, okay? You were there for everyone all the time. And when things are life-changing, like, like this situation that you're going through, these people you spend so much time nurturing them and being there for them, they're not there for you. They're not there. So you feel a little betrayed, a little bit hurt. But remember, it's not... life be life, and we're going through different times. Things are different, Can't take it personal. And there may be errors in communication here. That you are, like, communications has been falling through the cracks in relationships that you put a lot of weight in the past. And maybe perhaps it wasn't communicated to them properly what your intentions were. So you do feel betrayed, but how could they know if you didn't ask or if you didn't tell them? You can't necessarily... And you're wondering, should I even be hurt? And so the people who should be there for you are not there for you, you feel. And you're not satisfied in the way of reciprocity with all the energy you give out. And you're actually pretty befuddled because what do you do? What do I do? Now what do I do? I really don't know what to do. You're befuddled. It's like, oh my gosh, now I gotta do all this? It's a little overwhelming. I thought I would have had my mom or my dad, or I thought I would have my sister or Auntie Kay. Like, there's that moment. And just remember, you have to reach out to... Ask and you shall receive. If you don't ask, you gotta reach out and ask to receive. And I know it's not like you because you're usually the one giving, right? Alright, so there's that. So if people will speak up and speak their minds, they would get along just fine. And so there's that energy of moving on and share your innermost self. Like, perhaps because you're going through this embracing your inner child moment, it might seem a little weird to you because you're not used to sharing how you feel, for instance, or relating to those moments that you were just really closed off maybe before. Now it's like there's those moments. Share those moments, share your innermost self with people. People want to get to know you, Sagittarius, and why should you deprive them of that? You're beautiful. You're amazing. You sparkle like a diamond. So, you're like the phoenix rising. You're blazing a trail of excitement. You're in a love phase, and you might not understand it. Why not share what you're going through with others so that they can help you analyze it? So there's that. especially when it comes to raising a child, raising a baby. Like, guys, I mean, those are not easy to do. You know, they did write books about it, but they don't have all the answers. Sometimes, So, anyhow, there's that. You meet a person, perhaps this is a message for somebody. They meet a person who's pinned down by their thoughts and healing. They're going through a healing phase. But they're not giving up. And they're planning and they're preparing and they're putting in the effort. And you see this. You see what they're going through. Okay? But maybe they want another opportunity with you, Sagittarius. It's just bad timing. It's just bad timing. There's two people who work a lot. They're working all the time. They're determined to excel and succeed, and it's just never good timing for them. That's what I see. I see someone who is lonely and regretful, so they overindulge to fill a void. They overindulge with substance abuse, with rituals, with obsessions, with gaming, just whatever it is. There's some kind of obsession and overindulgence. And now they want to focus on their love life for some reason. Oh, I see someone who's refusing to get emotionally invested. They know themselves and they remain emotionally detached by focusing on money. So they're all about making money, making money, 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 money. That's how they stay emotionally detached. That's you. Pay attention. I see someone who may feel rejected or ignored. And somebody is still focused on the past, but leaving a new skill. Oh no, but learning a new skill. But is just way too consumed in learning that one skill. It's just like, obsessed, consumed. Oh, I need to do this. And they're confused as to why they missed an opportunity with you, Sagittarius. But this is energies of someone keeping themselves stuck. They are. And they're thinking negative towards their own success for some reason. Like, they're successful, but they're thinking they're not. So it's weird. But they're being able to provide, which is good, but they lack the confidence in themselves. So there's that energy for some people. Yeah, there's somebody who works a lot and focuses a lot on money. And that is a damper on the connection. But just know that you are in a safe space for now, Sagittarius. This is a time for you to recharge your energy. You're in a safe space. It's time to recharge and refocus this year. Some of you may have been in a void of nothingness. And if you resonate with this message, if you've been in a dark place for a long time concerning something that happened in your past, there is a massive healing taking place for you this year. Massive healing. The boundaries around fear-based relationships, those boundaries are being broken. Things that steer yourself out of the void, redirecting your life and choosing peace. I see you steering yourself out of this void and choosing peace. Hallelujah. Yes. Hallelujah. That is so great for those of you. Remember, there are helplines. There are resources out there for people who are struggling with depression. I see a change in a relationship. And I see you removing yourself. Okay? There are shelters, there are domestic violence shelters out there for people. They exist. I've been in quite a few of them myself. There's help out there for you, Sag. You do not have to be abused. You do not have to stay in an abusive relationship if you are in one. Now, if you want to ask a question, go ahead. Ask God, Spirit. Me at this time, I want to tell you, if you want the answer to a yes or no question, the answer is no. It's not unfolding. I'm sorry. I see someone questioning what is real news versus noise. Okay? They want to get to the nitty-gritty about the mental state that you have moved away from and breaking free and being strong-willed. Okay? I see you on the verge of a breakthrough, Sagittarius. A breakthrough. You do not want this person. You do not want them. I see a reconciliation. I don't want anyone from the past. You want free will. Assessing the situation. This person has claimed that you have changed. But you have uprooted to move away from them. Interesting. Oh, okay. This is a prophetic vision. And I believe it was from Miss Remy. Yes, the rare gazelle. In her vision, she saw a waterfall. And I resonate with this vision as well. This is confirmation of a vision that I had. It's kind of similar. So she sees a strong force of energy coming. A windfall of love, of money, of abundance. Hallelujah. And there's a picture in front of a dam. Okay, a waterfall, maybe on vacation. There's a picture here. I see many streams of income coming in, so many that it's like overflowing. Okay, so many possibilities, so many are going to be about to be doused with sacred waters. So many are going to be doused with sacred waters. I see a judgment. Archangel Gabriel with the horn, a judgment call amongst the masses. Sounding his horn, cleansing and healing, forcing people to clean the waterways, forcing people to clean their bodies, forcing people to clean their minds, forcing people to clean their vessels. I see people hearing the call. They're hearing the horns of the cleansing, of the healing, of the force to clean. Watering the garden is all Gabriel's doing to make it safe. And for communities, for your family, assessing certain landmarks. I see you assessing certain landmarks to move your family to a safe destination. This is a serious vision channeling here. For you, Sagittarius, it's serious. I'm not kidding. You're going to be part of a community that's very important for you. And it's going to be a gated community. Yes, I see a gated community. It's going to be very important for you. And that's the vision. That's it. Okay? Nothing too crazy. And just gonna have to be forced to move to a gated community. Alright. I see that there's someone here that's perceiving something is very difficult, okay, for you, when it's not actually, in retrospect, difficult at all. And someone's believing that this will backfire on you, but it's actually going to backfire on them, you know, because their life will be harder now. Ooh, that's a strong message. Strong message. Spirit is helping you, Sagittarius. Yes, Spirit is helping you cut through the noise and the bullshit. Your bullshit detector is popping. Spirit is helping you with that. And you might even be getting signs through crows. Remember how I said birds? Birds are significant, but crows might be alerting you of change. A startle, of an upheaval, of an earthquake, of an anticipation of a release of a dam, of some earthly movement. It's going to be around December 23rd, 13th, 3rd, or the 20th. These dates are very significant. Okay? Could be in 2024 or 2025. Okay? So keep that in mind. Crows alerting you of earthly changes. A flock of crows is significant. And someone is on their feet constantly working. And you get a lot of body signals to rest. Drink a lot of water. This will help. Flush. Because you might be under spiritual attack from arthritis. I mean, I'm sorry to laugh, but that you would consider arthritis. Yes, I'm considering arthritis a spiritual attack, because a lot of times people get arthritis when they don't need to be getting arthritis. And the only reason why they're getting arthritis is because of what they're eating isn't very healthy for them. All right? So, I don't know. To me, that's a spiritual attack, when you're being forced to eat things that aren't healthy for you. So someone is masking a deep insecurity. You are the only one hearing it and seeing it, because your clairaudience is so heightened. Like your clairaudience, like what you hear in your inner ear and your inner thought in your ear, you have like a very strong ear. Your clairaudience, you hear things most people don't hear, okay? And it's going to be loud, and you're going to be in alert mode because of it, because it's going to be alarming and muddling, like giving you brain fog, like muddling, deteriorating your auric field. Like it's going to be like berserker mind fuck kind of shit. And so you might even be thinking you're crazy at some point, because you're not going to be able to walk straight, like getting vertigo type of things, like unbalanced. So just know that this is a gift, believe it or not. Not everyone possesses, but they're for reasons that we are possessed these gifts. Yes, get treatment, see your doctor, get checked, whatnot, get a hearing aid, do what you have to do. But know that you have a gift, and it can be controlled, and it can be evaluated, and it can be a blessing. So, okay. Just note that, know how, like, for instance, dogs and birds and cats and animals, they can sense when an earthquake happens before it happens. Well, there are certain people that could do that too. And I'm telling you, it's because they're clairaudient. And they can sense, or they have some type of clairaudience, they can sense when something's about to happen before it happens. And so, not only creatures and animals have this gift, some human beings do too. And we just become really sensitive to the energy. But that's okay. It's going to happen this year, and consider it your trusty, intuitive GPS. And it serves a purpose. Okay? So, it serves no purpose dwelling on things that don't make any sense. Out with the old, in with the new, right? Things that used to make sense are no longer making sense, and things that used to not make sense are beginning to make sense. We stepped into the age of Aquarius, we're going into a new age. Things are gonna be doing like a flip-flop thing on us with our perceptions, with our knowing, with our healing, with our balance of energy and gifts. And one of the things, the outcome here is a passionate new beginning. And you might feel regret for rushing in, or fear of commitments, or maybe that rushing in and out, not faithful, or you had a crush or a longing for love, or holding a torch, or being confident, and unfounded fear, heartache, fear of a third party. So, like, you got mixed emotions here. There's a healing going on. It might be that you're healing childhood wounds for some of us. We're regretting a decision that we made in the past. And playing by the rules and having faith and upbringing, realizing that we had an upbringing that might have been unhealthy, that was unhealthy, and releasing that and finding an opportunity to make better decisions now that we're in control, and taking responsibility for our responsibilities, and pinning down, no longer getting pinned down by our thoughts, but healing and marrying each other. So there's a relationship that's very healing, where you're marrying each other. And it's helping you both heal inner childhood wounds, not just your childhood wounds, but theirs as well. And what is pulling you apart is somebody not recognizing the opportunity that has unfolded in front of you. And they're ignoring and rejecting each other here. And there's lack of faith about getting on the same page here. Because there's an adjustments, they're going through many adjustments, through lifestyle changes, and focusing too much on success rather than the connection. That's what's going on this year. Be careful, Sagittarius. Focus on the connection. Don't focus so much on money. Money's not everything. Happiness takes work. So, although you're healing and you're letting go of baggage from the past relationships, and even a possible separation and all that, that's good. And I see that you are cutting ties to something that was toxic. Change is hard. I understand. So stay optimistic. There is a reason why you went through that, Sagittarius. There's a reason for it. And whatever you had to let go, it had to end. You will be thankful. There is a lot that is lying on this new path that you have set before you. There is independent success here. And you're very independent doing it. You don't want anyone who cannot take care of themselves. You chose people now who are responsible. And you have been so focused on making money this year that you may not be giving love a second thought. That it could just be love. You focus on other stuff. When you focus on the wrong things. So I want you to use the sword of justice and cut away the past and move forward and take a chance. Okay? You got this. someone you are interested in has a college degree or 2 or 3, and maybe you are interested in someone who is driven. This is just a soulmate on your path. Just to let you know. They are a soulmate on your path. You are going to be required to having your heart be open and more loving this year. You're going to have to be more loving and open, Sag. You want this to work. And I think that's all the messages that I got here. I'm going to actually be doing your reading, but I just want to say that I'm being cut into your reading with Ophiuchus's energy, your alter ego there, Ophiuchus. We are actually in Ophiuchus season. I don't know if you knew this, but in your season, in Sagittarius season, there is a 13th zodiac sign called Ophiuchus, and they cut into your season, Sagittarius season, right in between November 30th and like December 18th or something like that, or the 13th or something. So if you're born in between those dates, you could be the sign of Ophiuchus, which I like to deem as Sagittarius' alter ego, because you guys hold some of the very same character traits, except Ophiuchus is a little bit more on an edgier side, like the wild card zodiac sign. And right now, I have been, since we're in Ophiuchus season, we're right in that bracket, I've been channeling that energy, so I'm going to have to take a breather and do a channeling for them as well, like I'm doing for you right now, because right now they're cutting into your season hard, and I gotta just get that out. And you might even be feeling it very strongly, because if you're feeling drained, that's probably why. Because I believe Ophiuchus like hammers in on your energy, Sag. So I could get into further details when you watch. You could, if you want to, you could follow me on the next video I put out, which will be for Ophiuchus, and then see if that energy appeals to your energy as well, because you might be very connected to that sign as well. So, and what they're feeling, which could explain a lot that you were unaware of, perhaps. I always feel like last year, Ophiuchus's energy wasn't as strong as it is now. Now it's really strong. Like last year, their energy, I was only feeling like fire and ice. I was feeling water and fire energy. But this year, I'm feeling water, fire, and earth, like a trifecta. So it goes to show that, not all zodiac signs just harness one element. This one harnesses 3. So, yeah, I want to say, like, for going into 2025, there's definitely a push. There's definitely a push of energy. So, going into 2025, there will be a push of energy, and it will be pretty startling for many people. Because I don't think we're ready. I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but I don't think we're prepared for an asteroid and what the sun has in store for us. I really don't. I don't think we're prepared for that. The DART system, I don't think they're that good. Alright, that's just my opinion. But that's what she said. Anyhow, I'm going to let you all go. I think I said all the messages I need to say. And remember, peace in the Middle East for y'all. In the Middle East, peace. All right? God bless. Jesus and me loves y'all. And thank you. And if you could please subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. I could use more subs. And what's another thing I was going to say? Oh, and I do not do personal readings unless you come to my home, to my residence. I do not do personal readings over the phone or online or through email, none of that. So if somebody offers you a reading or wants to do one, claiming to be me, that is not me, dear. So please do not fall for the bait. It's a fraud. I do not do personal readings, okay? Just so you know. God bless.